জানাই। ব্রিটিশ বাংলাদেশ চেম্বার অব কমার্স অ্যান্ড ইন্ডাস্ট্রির পক্ষ থেকে সবাইকে সাদর সম্ভাষণ, সালাম এবং শুভেচ্ছা। আশা করি যে যেখানে আছেন ভালো আছেন, সুস্থ আছেন, দূরত্ব বজায় রেখে ভালো থাকার চেষ্টা করছেন। আমরাও চেষ্টা করছি। We are here today with our honorable guest, Mr. Abdul Kadir, Regional President, London Region. Also, he is a partner of ICS Legal and ICS Tech. He will be with us today to discuss about the business strategy, the legal aspects, as well as BBCCI's roles in this pandemic time. So we welcome you, Mr. Abdul Kadir. How are you today?
Assalamu alaikum. I'm very well. How are you, Arefin bhai?
Alhamdulillah. Very welcome to our, I'm not going to say show, it is a session where we're going to find out various things from you. We're delighted to have you with us today's session.
Absolutely. I mean, inshallah, we'll try and cover as many things as we can. Hopefully, during the session, I hope it will be meaningful to everyone watching and see how best we can take it forward from now.
All right. Thank you very much once again. As you are the Vice President of BBCCI London Region, I believe the BBCCI has shown enormous presence during this pandemic time beside the communities, as well as we are always beside them with the information and support needed during this time. As a Vice President of London Region, I know this most hardest hit area is London. So if you can tell, please, what is the main plan and strategies for the BBCCI in upcoming days?
In terms of the strategy, I think we had a conference at 2:00 earlier today with not just members in London, I think outside of London as well. And we've gone through the process that, say, the government has offered, and a lot of work has been placed onto that in order to elaborate towards the community, in order to provide information of how best to move forward during this pandemic. As always, for enterprises is very difficult. I mean, a lot of businesses, like yourself, Arefin, within the travel industry, is completely shut down. So it's very difficult to survive during this period of time. What the BBCCI is trying to do is trying to support businesses during this period in order to provide as much information as possible, provide as much support as possible during this period. So this is what we are establishing to do. Hopefully in the next coming weeks, there will be much more critical information that businesses can have access to. As always, we will try and create some documentary evidences where the government is providing support to show that, the community is receiving some assistance, and hopefully we can take it from there.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. And as you mentioned, in your discussion, which is, we had a meeting earlier this afternoon. It was very fruitful meeting. There were 2 councillors joined from Tower Hamlets. We have been went through many aspects of people's and business life, and this was really wonderful. And I'm sure that we'll be sharing this information in upcoming days. In my introduction, I also mentioned you are the partner of ICS Legal and Tech ICS. Alhamdulillah, you are one of the successful entrepreneurs in our community. You have faced tremendous challenges in your life, especially the business life. And I believe this one is the new one you never expected. So how is your business? And if you tell me a bit about your business.
I'll start by just going off with the business. We are ICS Legal, so we do UK visas and immigration work. And then we have Tech ICS, which runs on web development and technical support with businesses. Now, in terms of business as a whole, ICS Legal has been completely, I wouldn't say completely, but I think 70% of our work has dropped due to travel bans, etc. and so forth, and countries shutting down. It's difficult to even make visa applications. Visa centers are closed. So it's hard for anyone to contemplate that, they can even apply for family members. Employers have stopped going with the working side of things, recruiting candidates, etc. So that's been difficult. But in terms of our other business, Tech ICS, we've seen a growth towards that, to be honest, and there's been a demand where existing businesses are coming back in order to, again, we will go through these points later on during this conversation, where businesses are looking to strategize and see how they can improve during this period of time. So this is where we've seen an influx of our secondary business, which is Tech ICS.
Wonderful. As you mentioned, like the legal aspects or legal sector is slightly slowing down due to this pandemic. But I'm sure that government has introduced a new scheme from next year. I believe it is going to be Tier 2 employment sector is going to be open from January 2021, I believe. And in that case, there will be many legal company like your one has to be ready with many things. And I'm sure that what sort of suggestion for them, like what they need to really do rather than sitting down
with employers, or are you referring to
both? If you can cover both as a business person, which is like legal services, as well as a business who is going to look for a Tier 2 license.
Yeah, I mean, in general, I mean, as a business, I mean, obviously, we'll need to be prepared. As a law firm, we'll need to be prepared for an increase for employers seeking to grow their business and recruit candidates to, again, many individuals have been laid off and made redundant during this period of time. So it will obviously be a natural course of action that we will see employers looking at recruiting staff after, again, the pandemic comes to a close down or travel bans, again, get some form of relaxation to allow travel and so forth. So that will be another case. But in terms of strategy, I think it will be very much down to a business as a whole to see of what will be useful to look at in the coming months. We don't know what COVID-19 is how it's going to be leaving us over the next 6 months. But what we can do is be proactive and strategize and see on how best we can improve as a business as a whole. So this is what I would say in terms of companies looking to recruit under the Tier 2 program is where you see yourself in the coming 12 months or 24 months rather than the next 6 months, because this is the area that is very unknown, I would say.
Thank you once again. One area, as you mentioned, like due to this pandemic, our working pattern has changed. Our communications pattern has changed. Our life has changed, in many manners. So if you can please highlight some areas where really business should think about now, and to be prepared for a future pandemic or future, disaster we may see and one in around the corner.
I mean, as a small business like ourselves, I mean, many others probably watching as well will see that, risk management is something that, we fairly consider when we're operational and when we're running a business. We don't foresee risk happening. Whereas with the major businesses or say major banks or providers and lenders, you'll see that, they'll have contingency plans in place, risk management and so forth for say natural disasters or any prospective business disaster they may face. So I think as a business or as a business person, I think this is really important that, we should learn from and effectively have some level of risk management plan in place so that our business can hopefully, again, we don't know whether we'll see another pandemic like this in our coming days, but we can plan for this. And I think this is really important. I mean, other things that we can look at is obviously where we have existing employees. We can review our existing business as a whole and see how we can improve our business at this moment in time. I mean, again, with technology being available, there's so many things that you can look at online, whether you can extend your services online, whether you're able to market your business online. I mean, we can anticipate that, possibly by the 1st of June, or maybe closer. I mean, the government has announced, say, within the next 3 weeks, there will be a further lockdown. Maybe after that, things will be a bit more relaxed and open. But I think 1st of June is a bit more realistic, that a company can plan that we may reopen by the 1st of June. And it should allow us then, from now onwards, to start preparing that, if our business becomes active, what can we do from now onwards in order to prepare? And I think this is really important for every business person out there that, in the coming weeks, let us look at some form of plan of action that, we can use this time effectively in order to reopen our businesses.
Yes, in that case, what Tech ICS can help in which area? If you can really tell your role or your area of expertise where this people, which is like the local businesses and small businesses, can come forward and get help from you. If you can explain your role in that case.
I mean, yes, I mean, absolutely. I mean, Tech ICS works with small and large businesses in order to get them to operate online and manage their business online. It is about creating, say, from the very basics of like a website to software management systems or hosting services for a particular business, but where a small business can benefit in terms of technology as a whole, and this is what we specialize in doing, is getting yourself online, getting yourself again out to people, and again introducing your business and expanding on your marketing services, because the online services is huge. And as of now, I mean, we are able to have a conversation due to technology. If this was not available, we would be on a lockdown and we'd be at home and sitting and thinking about what we should do next. But where we have this technology, it enables us to converse and again spread information. And likewise, you should do the same with your business. This is the opportunity that online services enables you to do. So where businesses are not at the moment online, you can consider that, what can I do online? Again, there's many aspects you can go into, say, just a basic search about your business and see what information is available online. And again, look at your competitors and again, focus on what they're doing different. Okay. In order to enhance your business.
Okay. Your line is slightly broken, but if you can repeat
could be something
now we
key
can.
for a small business like yourself. Are you with me?
It's slightly slow. It's been frozen on your screen. If you could please take some time. Let's see if we can really reach you again. Dear viewers, we are having a slightly difficulties in connection, but hopefully the line will be more stable soon. Till then, we have many viewers online has thanking us, and we also welcome you at our show. And I believe
the
question and suggestion will be accepted. Yes, Mr. Abdul Kadir, can you hear me now?
Are we back?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yeah, please carry on. We were talking about ICS role in this pandemic time for the small businesses or large businesses in our community. What sort of support and what sort of product and services you can design and help them to expand or face upcoming challenges. Mr. Abdul Kadir.
Good. I think we're back now.
Yes, if you have you heard me? Hello. We are still having slightly difficulties. Mr. Kadir, if you can hear me, if you could please sign out and sign in back again. And if anyone using the same network at this moment, if you could please stop it, or if you can really go to your mobile network, which could be a better at this moment. Hello?
Yes.
Still, we are having a slight
I think the line is okay now. Thank you.
Can you hear me now? Dear viewers, we are having still technical problem. We apologize for the inconvenience, and we are sure that we will be connecting as soon as we can. If Mr. Kadir, Abdul Kadir, if you heard me, please, if you can sign out and sign in again. But if you use slightly better network, especially if you are using mobile network, that would be very helpful, because sometimes the mobile has got 4G networks that can really connect us better. Dear viewers, I wanted to really share some information with you. Tomorrow we are having a special session with our honorable guest from Bangladesh. His name is Mr. Fakhrul Islam Choudhury. He's our corporate member, and he is not only our corporate member, he is one of the renowned business personnel in ready-made garments industry in Bangladesh. And he will be joining us tomorrow, Bangladesh time at 9 o'clock and UK time at 4 o'clock. And he is also representing about 41 companies who is struggling to gain their dues from Debenhams and other buyers from UK. And I'm sure that the discussion will be a fruitful one. If you can really manage some time tomorrow, please join us at 4 o'clock. And I'm sure that is going to be a wonderful session. Now, Mr. Abdul Kadir, can you hear me now, or shall I take you off and if you come back again? Dear viewers, please stay with us. We are having slightly difficulties, and let's see if I can connect Mr. Abdul Kadir. Are you coming back online? Yes, we are. If you can join us, I'm sure that we can come back. Yes, we can see you now.
Assalamu alaikum. Sorry, I'm not sure what happened.
Alaikum assalam. No, sorry.
I'm not sure what happened with the internet. I'm not sure the internet probably is not on our side today. So I do apologize to anyone watching.
So we got still viewers. They're with us. We'd like to thank them because of these difficult time is still there.
Absolutely.
All right, Mr. Abdul Kadir, we were discussing about Tech ICS role on this pandemic time for a small and medium enterprise in terms of service and strategy and the product you may help them to face today's and tomorrow challenges.
Absolutely. I think like we were discussing before, I think it's just going down to the very basics about your existing business structure, okay, and then coming back to, again, how you can improve and how you can grow. So I think initially a business, as a small business, you should look at your existing services, what you can look, I mean, again, it could be possibly that, like a travel business, for example, it may be that it's totally shut down. You could consider whether you can take your business online and again, prepare for other, again, eventualities that, maybe London may be not open for business as usual. It may be that you look to, again, sell your services online in other countries that are running. Okay.
Could you please specify ICS Legal whether they can help with designing websites or softwares or sort of technology that can really take these businesses to abroad or to other people?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We do all of this. I mean, in terms of Tech ICS,
you could please tell those products and services, please, that my viewers will be more, assured that, okay, they can come to you, they can come to BBCCI for the support, So that would be
absolutely. I mean, in terms of Tech ICS, I mean, going down to the core of what we do. I mean, initially we can cover from the basics of a web design. So if you have an existing site, we could look at redesigning that. We could enhance on that, increase your product or your service type onto your existing business. Second of all, in terms of softwares of what you have mentioned, yes, we can create management software, say in terms of customer databases, in terms of product to service databases, so that you can manage your business more efficiently. Okay, so this is something we can do. And then extending beyond that, I mean, again, if you wanted to take your business a step forward, we could look at developing an app onto your business, and again, going on to the basics of an app store or Google Play Store, and again, marketing your business in that form. Dependent on the type of business you are, you can look to develop an app on that. And again, other services such as web hosting, digital marketing, pay-per-click campaigns, video creation or animation, and so forth. So these are the extensive services that we do. So as a business, if you did require assistance, this is something we can offer. And as always, I think that, the best would be to have a conversation with someone if they felt that they required some level of assistance, and then take it from there, to be honest. And then we can fit a structure or a strategy for someone who can benefit from it, I would say.
Dear viewers, as you was listening, Mr. Abdul Kadir, he mentioned that he can support you with designing website, designing softwares, video production, also so many things which can take your business to the people when we are having serious difficulties due to isolation and due to COVID pandemic situation. So I'm sure that the viewers will be more benefited than before, as you mentioned, for the technology, and thanks technology that they're helping us. Though we were having a slightly difficulties in few minutes before, but I'm sure we got a more stable connection.
No, I think that it's. I mean, just to clarify on that point, I think as a business, I mean, you should be considering online and getting your business on the web. I think within our community, I've seen. I mean, again, through my personal experiences and working with, say, within my colleagues and so forth within the community, I've seen that businesses don't focus online because we've had that presence where we're doing more local advertising in terms of newspapers or going through door-to-door marketing, etc. But we've failed to recognize that the online market is so open, and it gives you access. The internet gives you access to anyone within the world. And I think it's times like this that we can use in order to acknowledge that, where we are a business, we can expand on our existing services, create new services, as an example. I mean, it may be that, your business is currently shut down. You may look at another avenue in terms of using this particular time, because we don't know how long this pandemic will go on for. Okay, it could be another 3 weeks, or it could be another 6 months. So what do we do? Okay, the government obviously has placed measures to support existing businesses, but it may not support every business. Okay, and we've had a lot of information coming in terms of inquiries where many businesses have failed to get sufficient support from the government. Okay, so what do you do at that point in time? And this is where it comes in that, you need to use your time more proactively in order to find out what would be best for you in order to plan over the next coming months, in order to enhance and develop your existing skill set. I mean, it could be the very basics of going for a course, okay, developing your skill set. And I know I'm giving you a lot of information, but hopefully that, you can trigger something for someone and give them that peace of mind that, they can do something and use this time more efficiently.
As we are familiar with, a pop-up business is, recently, which is there are many businesses have been introduced as like a pop-up business. They just come in terms of any situation arises. Due to this COVID pandemic, I'm sure that this is a problem, a serious problem for our businesses and our communities. But is there any business or anything you can think at this moment which can be an opportunity as well? Like any entrepreneur may think about those industry, those area where they should really explore from now on to really, to make a new venture.
Arefin, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think we are having again.
Sorry, I lost you in the
similar
last
problem.
point. Sorry.
All right.
Some minor difficulty. Yes. I think it's back now. Yes. Sorry. It's back.
Yeah, it's back.
If you can just clarify your last point.
Yeah. What I mentioned, like, during this pandemic time, as you know, all businesses are facing difficulties, and this is a problem. But every problem has got something like an opportunity hidden somewhere. So if you, as an entrepreneur, if you can really bring some ideas, some suggestions to the new entrepreneur from our society, they can really, consider it as an opportunity to start a new venture. Do you think such area, if you can really tell?
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. I think that, service-based business is the strategy for any entrepreneur looking at in this particular climate. Because again, where you would be looking, I mean, again, for example, if you're looking at drop shipping as a type of business, where if you were to source certain products from a particular location and then resell it, say on an eBay account, or say even on creating an Amazon account, this is a service type business that you can look for, and this is known as drop shipping. So within the product industry, this is something you can focus on, say in the interim, in the coming months. But I mean, my general information would be that, to recommend that, you should look at what you're good at this moment in time, review your existing business at this moment in time, and see what you could extend on to in terms of services. What you're able to sell is what you can be comfortable in order to express to your customer, this is what you would need. Because again, it comes down to other basics of business, which is more like you need to have a passion for this type of business. So you shouldn't be anything and everything, but it should be something that you are passionate about and you can drive forward in order to build this business. And it could act as a contingency type, where you can have this business on this. Drop shipping could be something that you could, for content writers, I mean, you'll be surprised in terms of online services. There's a lot of businesses looking at bettering their content online, reviewing their marketing services, and quite a lot of businesses are looking at this now more than ever, because they have this time in order to use.
Dear viewers, as I wanted to recap a bit what Mr. Abdul Kadir said, I can understand there is a difficulties on the line. What he mentioned, like as an entrepreneur, as a new entrepreneur, you should have looked for something which is you're passionate about. Should have looked into what you are confident about, and also he mentioned a couple of things, which is like drop shipping, which is if you can purchase some product from abroad and which has got demand in country, that can be distributed through via Amazon, eBay, or on other platforms. That could be an opportunity at this moment, because this pandemic is not going to be over in over a month or over a day. It could last for a long, and therefore people habit and attitude towards the purchasing behavior will be changed completely. And I'm sure this is the time where we should really get ready and go ahead with the plan. All right, Mr. Abdul Kadir, if we come back to a different area, which is we are almost finishing almost at end of our time. If we can really discuss about the human aspects, we can understand like this is a disaster for everyone. There are many people, various people are facing difficulties with their foods, living, shelters, many things. And I'm sure that government has got extensive packages for them. With the limitation of government, still there are many people are out of pocket. Still many people are out of food, out of shelter, out of medication. So what is your advice to the people of our community, what they should really do in these terms? Mr. Kadir, seems, have you heard me what I said before, or probably lost it? What do we do, Mr. Kadir? We'll be probably sitting down another session in very soon, hopefully by next week, because our guests are fully booked next few days. But we would love to be with you probably by next Friday or Saturday again, or probably on Sunday, to recap all those areas you have covered. And I'm sure that my viewers will be very much delighted to know from you, because you are the expert at the same time, legal expert and IT expert, which is very rare we found in our guest panel. And I'm sure that the viewers will be joining us again soon. Thank you very much, Mr. Abdul Kadir, for your time. We'll be conclude today. If you can hear me, if you can say your closing word. Mr. Kadir, can you hear me? All right. Probably still the line is not very much clear. Before we conclude our session, dear everyone, আপনাদেরকে আবারও সাদর সম্ভাষণ এবং শুভেচ্ছা জানাচ্ছি। আপনারা আমাদের সাথে ছিলেন। আমি জানি যে আজকের লাইভ ততটা ভালো হয়নি, কারণ কানেকশন প্রবলেমের কারণে আমাদের অনেক ভিউয়ার্স লাইনে ছিলেন। আপনারা হয়তো বা কিছুটা বঞ্চিত হয়েছেন। তারপর আপনাদের কাছে আমি বিনীতভাবে ক্ষমা চাচ্ছি আমাদের এই টেকনিক্যাল প্রবলেমের কারণে। আমাদের সাথে জয়েন করেছিলেন বশির ভাই, তিনি আমাকে ধন্যবাদ জানিয়েছেন, আমাদের ধন্যবাদ জানিয়েছেন। ধন্যবাদ বশির ভাই আপনার সর্বাত্মক সহযোগিতার জন্য। আপনার সহযোগিতার মাধ্যমেই আমার বিশ্বাস BBCCI এবং BBCCI লন্ডন টিম আগামী দিনগুলোতে কাজ করে যাবে, এবং আশা করি আমরা এই দুঃসময় আমাদের কমিউনিটির পাশে থাকতে পারবো। শেষ করার আগে ভিউয়ার্স, আবারও আপনাদেরকে মনে করিয়ে দিচ্ছি, আগামী দিন আমাদের সাথে জয়েন করবেন আমাদেরই কর্পোরেট মেম্বার মিস্টার ফখরুল ইসলাম চৌধুরী, বাংলাদেশ থেকে। তিনি বর্তমান সময়ে বাংলাদেশ রেডিমেড গার্মেন্টস সেক্টরের প্রায় 41টি কোম্পানিকে, ফ্যাক্টরিকে তিনি রিপ্রেজেন্ট করছেন। লন্ডনের ডেভেনহামসের সাথে তিনি একটা নেগোসিয়েশনের চেষ্টা করছেন। প্রায় 41টা ফার্ম বা ফ্যাক্টরি তাদের পাওনা পাচ্ছেন না, সেই বিষয়ে তিনি নেগোসিয়েট করছেন। এবং অন্যান্য বিষয়গুলো আমরা জানার চেষ্টা করব যে রেডিমেড গার্মেন্টস সেক্টর বাংলাদেশের কি সমস্যার মুখোমুখি হচ্ছেন। পাশাপাশি লন্ডন ব্রিটিশ বাংলাদেশ চেম্বার অফ কমার্স, আমি আশা করি তাদের পাশে দাঁড়াবে এই সময়, এবং পাশে থেকে বাংলাদেশের ফ্যাক্টরিগুলো যাতে করে তাদের পাওনাদি বায়ারদের কাছ থেকে পেতে পারে, সে বিষয়ে অবশ্যই সহযোগিতা করবেন। আমাদের আব্দুল কাদির ভাই চলে এসেছেন। আব্দুল কাদির ভাই, we are delighted to have you back.
I sincerely do apologize. I'm not sure what's happened with internet connectivity. I mean,
probably due to the connection problem. So what happens, we are about to conclude our session. If you have any closing remarks for the viewers and for BBCCI members, please.
I mean, thank you for being part of this conversation. I think that is the first and foremost. And second, that, hopefully that it will allow us, again, to have many more conversations in the coming days and give us an opportunity to discuss.
Yes, I mentioned
what would be best to do.
Very soon, probably by next week.
Absolutely. And I think that, if viewers or anyone making commentaries, for us to share our thoughts and so forth, it will allow us to, again, use this time more efficiently and again integrate. I think it's an opportunity for everyone to work together collectively, and hopefully we can come out of this stronger and better, I would say. And inshallah, I hope that everyone is safe during this period of time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abdul Kadir, for your
Thank
time.
You so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. সুপ্রিয় দর্শক বৃন্দ, আপনাদেরকে আবারও বলছি যে আমরা আগামী দিন ঠিক একই সময় আমাদের গেস্ট সহ উপস্থিত হব। সে সময় পর্যন্ত আপনাদের সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি। পাশাপাশি আপনারা এই ভিডিওটি শেয়ার করতে ভুলবেন না এবং আমাদের BBCCI পেজকে লাইক দিয়ে সবসময় আপডেট পাওয়ার জন্য আমাদের পাশে থাকবেন এবং আমরাও আপনাদের পাশে আছি এই দুঃসময়ে। সবশেষে বলতে হয় যে আমরা যেন এই সময় খুব আত্মকেন্দ্রিক না হয়ে যাই, যদিও আমাদের আত্মকেন্দ্রিক হতে নির্দেশনা দেয়া আছে, বাট সেটা আত্মকেন্দ্রিক না থেকে যেন আমরা আমাদের প্রতিবেশীর খবর নেই, আমাদের কমিউনিটির অন্যান্য মানুষদের খবর নেই, তারা কেমন আছেন। যদি তাদের কোনো সহযোগিতা প্রয়োজন পড়ে, অবশ্যই যেন আমরা তাদের সহযোগিতা করি যতটুকু আমাদের সাধ্যের মধ্যে আছে। আর আপনাদের কোনো সমস্যা বা কোনো প্রশ্ন থাকলে আমাদের এই পেজে এসে আমাদের টেক্সট পাঠাতে পারেন, অথবা আমাদের অফিসের নাম্বারে অথবা ইমেইলে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন। আমাদের ডাইনামিক প্রেসিডেন্ট বশির আহমেদ, তিনি সবসময় তার 24 আওয়ার্স 7 ডেজ আ উইক তিনি আপনাদের সাথে আছেন এবং সাথে থাকবেন। আমরা আশা করি আগামী দিন আপনাদের সবার সাথে দেখা হবে। আবারও ক্ষমা প্রার্থনা করছি আমাদের যান্ত্রিক ত্রুটির জন্য। আল্লাহ হাফেজ।